Hey everyone, I'm Sage Valentine and welcome to my channel of the same name. Right now I'm going to review for you guys Survivor's season finale of season 30, Worlds Apart. If you guys want to stay up and check me out on social media, I am at Sage Valentine on Twitter and Google+. Leave your comments below and let me know what you thought about this season. I'm going to let you guys know right now how I felt about this finale. Mike killed it. Mike deserved it. And yes, to agree with Jen, everybody was salty as hell because they were not sitting up there as the final three. Both of those tribal councils were intense and brutal. Sierra would have made it to the final three if this was another season, but unfortunately, these people have been watching the game and they refuse to allow another player to get to the end playing the game that she was playing. And then, as far as Rodney and Carolyn, head to head in that tiebreaker that Mike knew was coming. That is why I think he is an epic player, because he told Carolyn to sit down and try to make fire. So he already probably figured out if there's going to be a tiebreaker, you're going to have to make fire, because he thought of Survivor Pearl Islands, i.e., this dude has been training, this dude has been watching previous seasons, if he doesn't have them on DVD or watch them on Amazon, something here. He knew what was coming. Some will argue that he got a little, from previous seasons, this argument has always come up where, oh, the producers have probably said this and that and this and that. I don't believe in it, but a lot of people do. But Mike was definitely kicking ass and taking names during this season. Now, as far as that final little jury tribal council that they had, Jen was right. Everybody was upset because they were not sitting up there and Mike bested them in this game. Was she upset as everyone else? Yes, but she didn't let that define her vote, and she used her vote to vote for Mike. Everybody else pretty much melded into one as far as what they were saying at the jury, but we really didn't get to see everybody speaking this time. Dan was especially as salty could be. And he only wanted to talk to Mike because he only focused on Mike because he was mad at Mike for what Mike did. I don't blame him, considering that Mike is the reason why he's not sitting there, but at the same time, you just gotta let it go. It was the game. You can't hold that in your heart, unfortunately. And plus, if Dan had been sitting up there, Mike still probably would have won, because everybody respected Mike's gameplay and they respected his hustle. Now, as far as Sharon, most of you guys who've been watching these reviews, you know how I feel about her. But let me say this. I understand she was mad at Will. It was no surprise that she didn't vote for Will in the end. But the whole waiting for him to give her an apology and using this platform to talk about other things, just let it go. This is a burden he has to live with. You can move on. There's a parable, I forgot where it is in the Bible, where I forgot these two priests were doing something and one of the priests was upset about it. He was mad at the other priest because I think he did something nice for somebody, helped someone. And the other priest looked at him and said, you know, he was like, I only carried this person for maybe a few feet, but you've been carrying this person for miles. If you understand what I'm saying. In other words, she's going to continue to carry this anger in her heart for this person who made a comment that he, number one, shouldn't have made, but number two, nobody on the show chastised him for it or even said, you know what, he was wrong in front of him to his face. At all. And Mike going over to her towards the end, after she was crying and everything. I mean, it was a noble thing to do, but again, nobody said anything when that situation happened. I mean, some people say, oh, no, stop, instead of telling him, you know what, Will, that's effed up, that's wrong, just stop it. Nobody said that. So hopefully she remembers that when she goes into season 31, Second Chances. And when Jeff Probst decided that he wanted to make a tiny little bit of a forum to discuss the misogynistic comments made by Dan and Rodney and Will, even though I only heard Will say maybe something mean and crude to Sharon. I don't recall him saying anything too bad about the women. I could be wrong, though, as a whole. But Dan made the biggest mistake when he tried to defend himself, and then when Jeff Probst decided to bring out the receipts about the things that Dan had said in the press about the show, as well as a video that he found where Dan basically made that comment, and it completely disproved Dan's case about there being yo mama jokes, and that's what led to him calling Rodney's mother the name that he called her. I think Dan should have just stayed quiet and said, you know what, I was wrong. I apologize. It just moved on. But the more that he spoke, the bigger the hole he dug himself into. Now, we didn't even get into what Rodney said, because I guess they ran out of time. So Survivor decided, since Rodney was upset about his birthday, they gave him a cake and they moved on. But that in no way means that Rodney gets off scot-free for what he said, because Rodney said some pretty cruel stuff, probably even as cruel as, if not crueler than what Will said, because I do remember what he said to Lindsay in the first couple episodes of this season. Now, as far as Second Chances, the only people I was thinking of as far as coming back was Tasha and Spencer. I'm very happy Wu was chosen. I hope that Wu learned from his mistakes and he watched a couple seasons during the little hiatus that he had between the seasons. I also hope that the players vote Cass out first. I know, I'm sure that there's some Cass fans watching this video saying, well, why would you want Cass out first? Because we remember how Cass was during season 28. And Cass is the reason why a lot of people went home. And she's also one of the reasons why Tony won that season. Because Cass became a bit of a cancer to all of the teams. And she started, like, putting little bugs in everybody's ears. On top of the whole thing that Tony was going through with the paranoia. Because if they don't get Cass out, Cass is going to go very, very far. Now, as far as what I thought about this season was okay. I'm ready for season 31, only because I really didn't like the players on season 30. I mean, I respected their gameplay, I respected their moves, but for the most part, I couldn't find one player that I actually liked, because there were quite a few ruthless and mean players this season. And I know some people will look at this video and say, well, you know, that's how it is in Survivor now. After watching this show for 30 seasons, there's usually one person that I can find that I can actually like. So towards the end, I kind of started to latch a little bit onto Mike, even though I didn't agree with everything he said, but I did respect his gameplay, I will tell you that. I'm excited that Tasha and Spencer and Wu are back for this new season, as well as Kelly from season 1. And I will be doing a review for Second Chances. I'm excited about that season. Alright guys, this is the end of Survivor 30 in my reviews. Stay tuned, I will be reviewing Big Brother Season 17 and Under the Dome Season 3, and the only thing I'm going to review this week is The Messengers until The Messengers end. So if there's anything else you want me to review, like say Wayward Pines, let me know and I'll consider it. Sorry about the following, but if you want me to do those reviews, let me know in the comments below. I had a lot to deal with in the past 2 weeks. I will do a separate video for that to let you guys know. Let all of my followers know exactly what was going on. So you all take care. I love you guys. Bye guys, and stay tuned for my reviews of The Messenger. Bye, guys. Bye.